Hi everybody, welcome to John Creator. Today we are going to model a texturing for the screwdriver to make it more reality. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe my channel. Let's go to the video. Now go to the first. Here you can go to select Eve and ambient equation, bloom, and select the screen space reflection and select the refraction. And again you can go to the tool. Here I am going to apply a new material for this, and I'm going to give it as green, so which is going to be the same green. And here also in this properties tab, go to the screen space reflection selected on. After this you can go to the material preview and you can go to the one more settings called shading. Here we can do all the modelings here, so which will be more easier for you to do the models. And here you can go to the thing. Here is a object. Here you can go to the world. Here you can able to see some backgrounds. You can add some image texture for this. Okay, let it be fine, not a problem. Or we can do one thing. I got one more idea. So we can go to the Google and download 360-degree photo. Now I go to the images. So this is the 360-degree photo which will be looks good and better for the reality to make it the color everything fine. So we can download. So I download, that is also not good. Okay, this looks better. Yeah, right click and save image as. Okay, already it's there. I'm going to give it in desktop 360 and I'm going to save. And I go to this, I'm going to delete the background. I'm going to add shift. So before that, what it happens, I just tell you. Yeah, background came. So now I go to the layout, I'm going to the rendering mode and I said shift A and add a lighting for this spotlight. So I'm going to make it as 1000 watts. It's too less, 20,000 watts. So now you can able to see the screwdriver has some lights. So instead of doing this, so I just turn off this light now. I go to this shading and I delete the background and I create a image texture and I open this 360-degree textures and I'm going to add to the surface. And I now go to the layout and we have to do some more settings here. So make it non-color and non-extended. Go to the rendering view. Okay, still it's not accepting the thing. Okay, fine. So we can go to this background only because it's taking some time. So I need to do that. I need to check that some more settings for that. So okay, sorry for the delay. I make it background and I make it a little bit darker and I just add to the surface and I make it a little more darker. So now better we can add some lights so it will be easy for us to make it. I'm going to select this shift D and move towards here. So some lighting has been came. I'm going to select this one and GZ to move and make the lightings here. And I turn on my studio settings also Okay, fine. I'm going to scale this one up. GZ. So this lightings, I think it's not required for timing. And GZ to move. Okay. Okay, make it big. The room. I scale it once more again more, and I just hide this one for timing. And the light, I turn it on. So now our screwdriver looks better for texturing, for seeing the lights and the densities. Now after doing opening this, I go to the shading tool, I press period key and zoom in. So you can here also you can see the how the color comes. Okay, let's go to the object and start modeling further. I press Shift A and add a transparent modifier, and I add a mix node for this mix shader. I make it this way, and transparent I go to the fact. Sorry, I go to this bottom. Now I'm going to increase the transmission to 1, and I'm going to give this color to this green, make it a little bit darker, and this subsurface color I'm going to make it a little bit brighter, and I'm going to increase the subsurface coloring a little bit increasing. Now you can able to see how it looks this bottom, but it's not look more realistic. I'm going to give the roughness less to look little better. So this transmission also it's very high, I feel like. So I make it little more less the roughness. So now the item looks as per our requirement, the screwdrivers which will be transparent, and this one I am going to add a new one, is a metal, and sorry, this is that yellow thing, right? So I just make it yellow, and I am going to give it yellow, and I am going to increase a little bit roughness down. So now I go to this option and I make it as I will give some steel like that name, and I go to the full metallic, and I am going to reduce the roughness. Now you can able to see, so I just hide this one. Now you can able to see the screwdriver which stands the same. So I'm going to give the same to this and make it a steel. No, I just do one thing. Okay, I make it new one. So one more thing, I'm going to reduce this, minus this, and give a new material for this, and going to give full metallic, but the roughness will be the same, so it looks like this. I'm going to reduce the roughness a little bit, and metallic also a little bit. Okay, fine. Now our object has been ready with the transcoolant, but it still doesn't look more realistic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this object, I'm going to reduce this one a little bit darker, and I'm going to adjust this one fact. This is the transcoolant, this is full thing, so I'm going to increase this one a little bit there, like this. So now our object has been created in bottom, and the texturing has been done. So let me go to the camera view and go to the F12 and see how the rendering is and clarity is. Yeah, it looks good. So this is the way we created the textures here. Now we are going to give the some more detailing for this. So how we are going to go to the open the GIMP application. So this is the software I have given in the link. to download. It's open source and it's free. And I press new. I close this one. I press N for the new and make it 1080 and 1080 pixel. I'm going to create one background, and this one I'm going to make the color as black, and I'm going to paint it that. And I go for the text option, and this one I'm going to give it as 50. Let it be sans serif. I'm going to make it the color white, and I press T and I open it here, and I'm going to type John creator the screw limited. I make it. So I'm going to select everything. I'm going to make it bolder, and I'm going to increase a little bit font for this, and I'm going to create one more text here. And this one I am going to make it like model number 508W, and select everything. I make it bold and let it be like this, the same size. And I go to the move tool. I just move this text here in bottom like this, and I press save. Okay, I just export the file instead of saving. Export as, go to the layout, make it as screw, and export the thing and export. So now go to the tool and select here. Here we are going to, you can able to see in material preview. So it doesn't come any thing which is required for us. I just hide this one. So this color also I'm going to make it. Still no material has been given. I'm going to make it a little bit darker. So now we can able to see how this one, due to the background, because the transcolor. So now our object looks, you can able to see the difference between the now. Now I'm going to give some text and editing for this. So go to the UV editing, go to the edit mode, and now we are going to do unwrapping for this. Go to the edge selection. I'm going to press select this edges. Go to the edge selection. You can able to see how it's selected, and using this I'm going to press alt and I can select, so we can see how it comes. Select this, and I'm going to select this too. Shift Z and I select this, and I unselect this edges. We are going to create a mark seam for this. Okay, I'm going to select this edge and this edge. Okay, and I'm going to select this also. I press Ctrl E and mark seam. So I'm going to unwrap this object as per the requirement here. Now I'm going to select everything U to unwrap it. So now this has been came separately for us, and here also I'm going to do is I'm going to select these edges and select this, Ctrl E and mark seam. Again I'm going to unwrap it so it comes clean outside for the way for us. So now I go to the this one and I press G to move, select everything and G to move, and scale it down and keep it aside. Now using this only we are going to add a textures for that, adding, giving the letter, the company logo name and the model number in this item. Go to the shading and open a image texture node. Okay, just zoom it in. Shift A and image texture. Here I am going to open the texture what I have created here. Layout. So here I am going to add that texture here, and I'm going to make it sure it's not repeated and make it extended, and it's make it as non-color. Now I create a bump map, and I'm going to connect this color to the height. I'm going to connect this to go to the normal. Now you can able to see the name has been came as a screwdriver limiter, like that big one. So this one we are going to do the alignment for this. Go to the UV editing, go to the material preview here, so you can able to see the text what it comes. Okay, get select everything. I scale it and increase this and rotate it slowly, and I press G to move and align it as per the requirement. I press G to move and I scale it to make it a little more smaller, and G to move. Now you can see how it looks. Yeah, it has been came perfect. Only this is the problem we have faced. This one has came different. So what I am going to do is I am going to select these faces and right click and make it split by selection. Now it has been splitted. So now you can align it as per the requirement. Yeah, now we can able to see the object model number has came correct and the company name has came correct. So this is the way we can add the object for the further detailing. So I make it select everything, it's went a little bit down, and GZ to move up. Okay, now it is better. So I save it. Now texturing has been completed. So this is the way we design with high modeling and texturing. So I zoom this one. I hope everything has came correct as per the requirement. Now screwdriver has been completed. So I press Ctrl Alt 0 to go to the camera angle wherever it's required. I press N on the keyboard and go to the view, and I select the camera to lock, and I select the view which is required for us, and now I turn off this camera view. Now I go to the lighting section, I go to the views again, and I'm going to increase the lights. Instead of increasing, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Okay, and GY or GX to move, and you can see the lighting how it's required for you. So I save it and I press F12 to make it render for the next scene how it comes. Yeah, it looks very cool. This white is not required for us, absolutely right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that plane in the studio which we have turned off. I'm going to turn off the rendering. So now I press again F12. So our screwdriver has been ready with the requirement, but here you can see some problem is that what we can do is select this. I press Ctrl 3, go to the modify tool and go to the subdivision, increase to 4, increase to 4, and now I save it and I press F12. Now it looks better. So now this is the way for designing and texturing high model. So let's see it in next video. If you like this video, subscribe with the channel and share it with your friends. Bye bye.